Your house must look like Aladdin's cave.
It does.
This is Sky Sports, a part of the British Sky Broadcasting Network. Sky Sports proudly presents FA Premier League football. A whole new ball game.
Nearly 5:35. And it's still just about daylight. The days are getting longer. It's getting close to spring. I love spring. So, probably the best time of the year, I think. A few videos there from Birmingham today, where I met up with an old uni friend. We talked over a few things. But it's 2 years since I was at BCU. And so much has changed since then. It's gone so quick. You know, I went to the coffee lounge there. First time I've been there for ages. I actually like it there. I like the food, I like the drink, and it lacks the pretensions of a lot of places in Birmingham that I came across. A lot of these cafes, which I suppose if you're younger you're impressed with all that type of stuff, but I'm 43. I'll keep joining on about this, but I'm 43 and I just can't be. It's just like, nah, not for me. Which is good, I think, in a way. But anyway, so much has changed. So much has changed. Now I'm sort of distanced from the crap I was getting from a few select people who had their issues, and it's just like I don't have to deal with any of that crap now. You can never tell in a place like this. Like I've said before, people can come right up in your face, and they can imagine all sorts of like reasons for settling imaginary scores. They can go to quite extreme, quite an extreme. And there's no reasoning with such people around. You know, I suppose everywhere's got people like that, but this place seems to have its fair share. I happened to come across 3 of them, at various times over recent years. It's just nice that things came to a head, and as the time goes on, my exposure to such people is wearing off, which is nice. Also, looking back at this stuff that I knock out, all again part of a process. I was doing something that I thought was really interesting before, but then I lost track. Partly down to those dramas that were going on. But I was going to do a blog about the past 3-4 years, but now I decided not to. Or I may do it one stage in the future, but I've decided not to bother, even though it was a really interesting time, and a pretty useful time as well. I've decided not to bother, and part of that is because even thinking about doing the blog about it, looking at all the different threads that were going on for such a long period of time, and figuring them out, that's done the job for me. And at the moment I don't think anyone really would be interested in what I'd have to say about that. But it was a really interesting time, and the stuff that I learned could come in use, could come in handy in the future. It's time that's gone now. Nowadays, that was a time when I used to spend a hell of a lot of time in town, and now I don't. Like I said in the last, I think it was the last video I did, I learned a lot down there, about the place, in ways I don't think, if I'd have tried any other method, I'd have figured out half what I figured out. Not that it was that difficult. But anyway, decided not to then do blog about the smartphone era, despite how interesting it was. If I'm right, and about the impact it had on me, even though I didn't get the chance to see it through, what I'd gathered and what I was speculating about the effect of a certain approach to things, I think it would have worked. I think it would have worked very well indeed, and I can pick up the threads of that anyway. But now it's just not the time to talk about it, I don't think, now that I've figured it out, sort of thing. Does it sound vague? Probably does. I don't care. Don't need to vlog about it. Who are you anyway? Nothing to me. It's coming up to 6 o'clock and night is falling on Kidderminster. You have to wonder, metaphorically, whether light has ever been here at all. Thinking back to Birmingham, the memories of BCU are sort of receding now, and the memories from childhood are coming to the surface, sort of thing. Becoming the dominant memories I've got of Birmingham again. The memories mainly of the rag market in the 70s, which, looking back, even though I wasn't amazingly impressed with the place at the time, was a pretty impressive place. I'll have to go and sample it again one of the days. Cause it's not that far, it's not that far from here. I don't know how many miles it is, Birmingham from here, but it's not too far. But also, the ice skating rink they had there, which in the 70s was absolutely filthy. One of the most filthy places I've ever seen in my life. They used to have this big picture of the Olympic champion, John Curry. He won gold in '76, I think. I'm trying to remember what I've just looked up on Wikipedia. He actually died in '94, but I always remember this big, massive blown-up picture they had of him in black and white there. Fella born in Brum. But it was a filthy place, and that may still be the perception with quite a few people, because I remember driving around one of my classmates at BCU, and she said, actually Birmingham doesn't look too bad at night. But to be fair on the place, there's a lot of interesting things going on there, and it has brushed up quite a lot, some interesting stuff going on in Birmingham, but as I say, the memories are going back. Yeah, I shall have to visit that not the ice skating rink, yeah, the rag market. Anyway, thinking back to that clip, that Sky Sports clip, for once the hype was justified. It really was a whole new ball game. I'm thinking back, maybe this is a midlife crisis thing. I should start looking up that, because I keep tending to drone on about this stuff, being 43 and how things have changed and all this business. Amazing. Maybe soon I'll be a granddad or something. But I used to be great at football. It really makes me want to have a kick about again, because I was that good. But yeah, a whole new ball game. I've got to get back into that psychosocial media stuff. I think there's scope in that. It's interesting stuff. It puts me in the zone, man.